Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Pixel Junkies podcast. Wait, no, we haven't synced the game.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Pixel Junkies podcast, episode 161. I am one of your hosts, Adam. Joined here today by a wonderful panel of guests. We have...
I'm over on the couch this week, and I'm Aaron. That's
Aaron.
what I look like from this angle.
Well, there's just three of you this week, so...
and...
I'm Rory, DC.
And
Hello.
not playing the game.
I'm just sitting over here.
You had wicked farts last time, so you stuck them over there
in the hot seat.
I'm pretty sure Aaron had wicked farts, because as soon as I sat down, I started smelling them. I think they're just baked into this chair.
Yeah, they get baked into the leather.
Yeah.
And then when you sit down, when you drop onto the seat and you go, they all just like...
Yeah.
They just rise up.
You don't need to throw out your leather chair when you sit down and green dust starts coming out of it.
Well, that's why I got leather, so it just
that's why his old leather chair
just kind of pings off of it.
Is down at the end of the
driveway.
I
was gonna say I like how your old leather chair, instead of like throwing it away or like trying to.
I gotta get the remote.
Just tossed it out into your yard.
What is this, a game for ants?
Yeah. Is the hope that eventually it just rolls away on its own and just kind of
Yeah, so this is the original resolution of the friggin' Nintendo game.
Oh man, it's this guy Oopa da Oopa.
What
are we playing?
I guess we should preface. This game came out on GOG last week, and I picked it up
for May the 4th.
For May the 4th, indeed. And
there he is!
There's who?
This game is fucking legit.
Quaternos.
By the way, if you've never played this game is
because you get to play as the best Star Wars character aside from Rose, Ben Quaternos. So I want all the fan favorite characters from all of the movies to have their own novel series by Timothy Zahn. So we have Ben Quaternos from episode 1. We have Dex from episode 2. From episode 3, who was a really useless character who didn't do anything. Count Dooku. We'll have Count Dooku from episode 3.
Count Dooku was great, Adam.
From episode 4, we'll have that weird nose guy who tips the Imperials off where the Millennium Falcon is. From episode 5...
It would be a spy simulator.
We'll have Dengar. And from episode 6, we'll have one
Darth
of the
Vader.
Ewoks. What?
Most useless character of all time.
From episode 7, we'll have Unkar Plutt, the guy who goes, "That will be full portion."
Oh, shit.
Whatever. And then from episode 8, we'll have Rose.
I'm pretty sure it's sexist to say Rose as an ancillary character.
Well,
of all the male characters Adam just listed, having a female on there makes it sexist.
Yeah.
Also, I can't see,
oh, wait, we need one from
to the
Rogue
left.
One.
What do you mean you can't? Oh, because of the camera.
Yeah,
I don't remember this
the
race.
The tripod is right in the way. This is the last race before the Invitationals.
Hey, we're a podcast. What's on the docket this week?
Speaking of podcasts.
So, the first thing we should probably talk about is the Wal-Mart.
It's never good when we begin a topic list
shit.
with Wal-Mart.
No, it isn't.
What are you talking about? It's the greatest store of all time.
So, there was a thing that happened earlier on this week, whereby it appeared that a lot of games to be released and announced in the future got leaked.
So
let's E3 stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
does anyone have a list, a master list?
I'm gonna bring it up there now.
Well, from off the top of my head, we had
the legit one, Rage 2.
Rage 2, which I believe has been confirmed.
Rage 2 has been confirmed.
Well, it's more or less been confirmed.
Everyone was screaming for that game.
I think... oh, fuck. Bethesda's response to its existence was kind of funny. Or the leak, rather. I think there was somebody posted that, Wal-Mart had leaked the thing, and the Rage Twitter page had actually responded to it and said, "You're missing the key art, the font is this, everything about this picture you posted is wrong," and then Bethesda's like, "Dude." They just said, "Dude."
So here are the new games that are being announced. Some of these we kind of knew of, some of them we didn't. So there's Division, Tom Clancy's The Division 2, some Splinter Cell game for the PS4, Insurgency
Maybe
Sandstorm,
some sort of soft reboot.
The Last of Us 2 we knew about that, Just Cause 4, I think we knew about that, didn't we?
Did we? I'm not sure. I didn't hear.
I didn't hear about it myself.
WWE 2,
we got first-person mode.
2019, we kind of knew about that. Super Smash Bros. For the Switch, we knew about that. NBA 2019, we knew about that.
Oh, wow.
Metroid Prime, I think that had been...
Oh, Jesus.
I can't remember if... What?
The NBA games are you doing that?
Oh, I hope so.
It's another sweet ass story.
I think Metroid Prime is. I think we knew about that one, or it was like we've known in the wild that there was a Metroid game in the works for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, whenever that comes out, because Tetsuya Nomura doesn't know how to friggin' make games anymore.
That man is a scholar and a saint, Adam.
Destiny Comet. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's the third Destiny expansion.
Which costs $80.
$80.
Unless it's another game called Destiny Comet.
And it's unrelated to Destiny.
I think the $80 is a placeholder price because they're all the same price.
Yeah, you're right. It'll probably be $100.
We got Beyond Good and Evil 2. This is like E3 before E3 comes out. We got Beyond Good and Evil 2.
We did know about that
one.
Yeah.
Rage 2, which we've already talked about. Dreams, which I'm assuming is a sequel to Dreams in the Night. Is that the name of that old Dreamcast game?
Yes.
Is that what that was called? Dreams in the Night?
I don't know.
Anyway, I think that's what that is. We got Borderlands 3, which I'm legitimately excited for, although that was always kind of in the works. Another Assassin's Creed game coming out, which, again, we kind of knew about. Lego DC Villains. We have... I think that's it.
You say Splinter Cell?
Yeah. Got Gears of War 5, the Oh My God Stop sequel.
Did you play Gears 4?
Yes, it was awful. We have Shantae Half Genie Hero. We have Forza Horizon 5.
Which is weird because 4 hasn't come out yet.
Go ahead. And then we have GTA 5, Criminal Enterprise Starter. I think, which is $104, but I think that's the version where if you buy it, then you get like a lot of stuff.
I think it includes the game and that starter pack.
Yeah.
Which I think that pack is like regularly $40. The game is still $60, so that checks out.
Yeah. So that's all the stuff that's been announced.
So the standouts for me from that are Splinter Cell.
Mm-hmm.
We knew about Beyond Good and Evil 2, but
I just didn't do this.
It also like seeing the name again just like reignited my like really like significant stress about that game.
What's Splinter Cell?
No, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Okay.
But yes, also Splinter Cell. And Borderlands 3, which again we already knew about. But like those three,
try spinning. That's a good trick.
Those 3 games better be fucking good. We don't know what the Splinter Cell is.
Although we kind of assumed that it was coming out because a couple of months ago, there was a Splinter Cell expansion.
We played it on the podcast.
For that's right.
For
first part
Wildlands.
because it was impossible.
It was that thing.
Ghost Recon
awful.
Wildlands.
It was genuinely an awful expansion. Then Ubisoft should be ashamed themselves.
Well, it was free.
Ubisoft doesn't have shame.
It was just a free tie-in, is all it was, really.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, it was just kind of dumb, though. Is all.
But I mean,
it was a dumb mission, not like a dumb tie-in. It was just like gameplay-wise, not new or interesting.
Yeah. There's obviously a bunch of stuff a new Splinter Cell could be. One of which is not a new Splinter Cell. One of which is it could just be a redo.
A reboot?
Yeah, like it could be a reboot, or for all I know, it's a remaster.
I hope they call it that, Splinter Cell Redo.
Redo. We're gonna try it again, boy.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Remember when that happened to Anakin in the movie?
Yeah, he got wedged up under the sandcrawler.
Yeah. Physics stopped and he got, like...
You know, they never bring up pod racing again in the Clone Wars or anything. You think that would be an episode that could be like, oh, Anakin, we need you to go undercover as a pod racer in order to like suss out a separatist plot.
Well,
but he wouldn't be undercover then, because he's the only human who could do it. And they'd be like, oh, that's Anakin. He's the only human who could do it.
Well, in Racer 2,
and that's
like,
the plot.
In Racer 2, he's just like straight up a Jedi flying this same ship, but it has a few extra wings on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What
there was a Racer 2?
I believe so. I don't know if it was called Racer 2. There was another one.
Yeah, I think it was literally called Racer. That was it. It was just
Racer again? Or just
Racer?
Boogaloo?
Oh, man,
apparently the reason they didn't call this pod racing was because there was another company at the time that had a trademark on game titles with the word pod in it. I don't know what the hell that was, but...
No, I think it was Racer 2. I don't know. I have no idea.
Race to pod.
Maybe. What about a pod racer with lightsabers on it?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Like a Jedi
pod
racer?
I feel like, remember when in Episode 8 when the First Order's bringing out the big stupid Death Star cannon? And they're going to attack the doors of the base, and they're like, oh, we have this door buster cannon for the specific reason to bust giant doors, because that's a problem apparently come up do more than once. And then they come out with the little speeders. It would have been cooler if they were in pod racers, and then you could have brought back in Ben Quatneros, and that would have improved the movie. So instead of Rose tackling Finn out of the way, it could have been Ben Quatneros, and you'd be like, "What did you do?" It's like, we're not going to destroy the Empire by just we're not going to defeat the First Order by destroying what we hate, but by saving what we love. And then you could have been like, "Utawata!" and then you could have blown up, and then
it would have meant honestly, it would have meant a lot more coming from Ben. Rather than Rose.
Also, I like how he's the only other character. He's one of three characters in Star Wars to have a normal Earth name.
And they're all Ben.
Yeah. No, there's two Bens in a loop. Oh, no, wait, there's three Bens now.
Yeah.
He's one of three Bens.
Yeah,
you come from a long line of Bens. Ben Solo.
Who's the other Ben?
Can you imagine?
What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's not his real name, though.
No, but can you imagine if when you see Kylo in Episode 7 being like, "I will finish what you started," it's just Ben Quatneros' head.
Yeah.
Well, so Ben is his name though. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, sure.
So would you guys be excited about a new Splinter Cell game?
I would actually, yeah, because the last one came out in 2014, correct?
Something like that.
Came out?
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. That's a good fucking game.
14 or 15.
Yeah.
If it's in the vein of like Wildlands, in that it's like a few. I think we've talked about it before, but like maybe Wildlands meets Hitman, like the modern Hitman, where there's like 5 or 10 reasonably sized open worlds.
Yeah, like almost like a sandbox.
Yeah, like sandbox.
I suspect it's just going to be another Ubisoft open world.
Yeah,
can it be a Splinter Cell game instead?
Isn't that what the new Beyond Good and Evil 2 is? That they said that Beyond Good and Evil is.
Yeah, I'm kind of my blood pressure goes up when I hear that.
See, I've never played the first Beyond Good and Evil, so I have no idea what.
Worth a play.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's about.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is it different in the same way that Killer 7 is different?
It's not that different.
Okay.
It's not awful.
I enjoyed Killer 7.
We should get Killer 8. That wasn't announced.
What?
So why are we getting Rage 2? Rage was a terrible game.
So, well, here's the thing.
It's got to have something to do.
Here's the thing, man. You remember when Bethesda had their first E3 press conference and we were all fucking pumped?
Yeah.
And they did cool shit, like announced Dishonored 2?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they had their second one and we were all like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to keep going with that.
Okay. So they're just going to haul out old titles out of their library and be like, we need stuff for a conference. That would be the stupidest thing ever if the only reason they're making games is so they could have games to announce the E3 conference.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think Bethesda honestly needs a yearly E3 press conference.
No, just
after last year, it's evident that they do not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Every 2 years would be fine.
Yeah.
Every 2 years would be fine, and maybe with what happened last year, like this year, some really cool shit will get announced.
They said
we're not expecting.
They came out and said this one is the longest one yet.
Longest Rage.
Better the one last year was 1.5 minutes or something.
Longest conference, I assume.
Oh.
The last year's felt like something went horribly wrong and they had to cut the show short.
That's what I thought happened.
Well, I think
I watched that on a plane. It was awful.
We're thinking. It's rumored that they're going to be announcing Star Treader, Stargazer. There's like some sort of new IP coming out of Bethesda.
Starfield.
Rumored. Pardon me?
Starfield.
Mm.
Is that true, or am I mishearing?
What did you call it?
Stargazer. What is Stargazer?
Stargazer's a ship.
Oh, right, yes.
Okay.
From, it was a... Yeah. That was Picard's old ship.
That's right, yeah.
Are you doing Ben Quatneros?
Yeah.
Good.
The,
Looks so fucking stupid.
What you tuned in for.
But yeah,
what are you talking about? He looks great.
Obviously, we're not going to
the guy in the bottom corner.
An announcement. Obviously, we're definitely not getting an announcement for Elder Scrolls 6 because too many people want that.
Yeah.
This thing is way too fast.
But you know what? I'm going to hope anyways because the last time I hoped against hope, we got Dishonored 2. So
I just hope
Dishonored 7 coming this year.
I just hope that Starfield is an RPG and not an action adventure.
Well, I mean, if we want an action-adventure sci-fi game, Mass Effect exists.
And Prey, which is also owned by Bethesda.
I want... you got fucked there. I want it to be a kind of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Fallout style RPG, but less focused on fidelity and more focused on role-playing, so we can have a really cool space adventure. Because sci-fi, I would prefer that a sci-fi setting for the most part to a post-apocalyptic setting for my role-playing. As I've said many times in the past, post-apocalyptic settings are not one of my favorites.
Yeah, just give me like the Fallout engine, but with a spaceship that I can move around and go to different planets and do quests for stuff.
Yeah,
I would prefer a new engine.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I guess Creation Engine was like a upgraded version of whatever the hell the other engine was, right?
Gamebryo.
Yeah, there you go.
Gamebryo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was it, Oblivion and shit use that?
Yeah.
Everything use that, yeah. Well, like, everything in this small space.
Actually,
I don't know what Morrowind used.
Skyrim and Fallout 4 used Creation. I think those are the only two, but I don't know how much different that engine is. If we get a new game engine, sweet, but I'd still be fine with...
It's really not a lot different. It's just Gamebryo with more stuff.
Yeah.
But the
Oh, Jesus.
I guess the foundation is the same.
Yeah, sure.
Just attach the top engine. That'd be a cool trick.
Mm-hmm.
Also of note is...
all of his engines in the first episode.
Also of note is the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that Ubisoft said that they were taking a break from that franchise, but I guess the Origins revitalized their need to make one.
Why would you believe them?
Well, I'm not saying I believe them. I'm saying that's what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, he didn't say he believed them at all.
No, you said... But I truly believe Ubisoft when they said...
But if their intent of saying we're going to focus on Origin is to, like, win favor, then they're not doing anything by coming out and say, hey, we got a new game. Actually, we lied. Haha, gotcha.
Yeah, I think most people have... I think more people than they would like to have stopped playing Origins. Or Origin. What is it? Assassin's Creed Origin?
Origins. Right, parentheses.
So now they got to bring out a new game. I heard a rumor that it was Ancient Greece, but it might not be. I don't know.
I would like to see Japan, as I've said for many Assassin's Creed now, I would like to see Japan, probably the Edo period? Whenever the big period of civil war was when the shogunate was losing power.
You might get a Japanese game this year, though, Adam, because apparently Forza Horizons 4, in parentheses 5, according to that leak, will take place in Japan.
Yeah, but can you kill samurai with a shuriken?
I mean, if you can run them
almost
over,
guaranteed. It's a Forza.
If they're walking down the road, you probably can. Okay.
Also, we have... oh, crap, what's it called? Jesus. The Tsushima game.
Tsushima? What?
It's from Sucker Punch?
Oh, shit. No, I do know exactly what you're talking about, but I have no idea what... Like,
are you trying to say sushi and are being an idiot?
No, it starts with a T.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't help you.
I mean, you can look it up.
Is it Way of Tsushima?
It's a computer.
I don't know.
Oh, actually, it doesn't.
I can't touch the computer because it'll scroll.
Right, yeah, because this game is a pain in the ass.
This game is 20 years old. It ain't like all tabbing.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I mean, you know, kind of getting back to the list. I mean, some of the games there we already knew about, like Smash Bros. and Left 4 Dead 2. They've already been announced. But some of the games are.
I can't wait to play Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead 4.
I meant Last of Us 2. Sorry.
Last of Us 4.
But in other games, you know, we were assumed like NBA 2019.
Safe to say, we all thought that was coming.
Yeah, but then I mean, like stuff like Splinter Cell is interesting.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost.
These are games that are really interesting because I mean, it's always been rumored that Gearbox was working on another Ghost Recon or Borderlands game. You know, it's nice to see that that has been confirmed now, and that we can wait for that. Now, I'm wondering how Gearbox will screw it up because they have been
microtransactions.
They've been missing
everywhere.
more than they've been batting hits lately. But we'll see.
You won't be able to get away from the microtransactions.
How many microtransactions do you think will be in the game?
How much loot is there in fucking Borderlands?
And do you think they'll use the loot boxes after the whole controversy?
No, I don't think they'll use
Which
the loot
EA
boxes.
has recently come out and said, yeah, we're just ignoring that.
I absolutely do not think they will use the loot boxes.
Ignoring what?
Ignoring the criticism about it.
Yeah, EA has come out and said, specifically for the FIFA game, that they're not going to worry about the controversy and they're going to keep loot boxes in the game.
They said that it makes more money than some
as
of the
long as they
other
keep working with
franchises
regulators, they're
combined.
satisfied.
Well, I mean, that's...
Fuck customers, right? It's all about the regulators.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, if it's making the money, I mean, as a business, go ahead and do it. But, like, I mean, you are killing your industry. It's a very short-term game for something that's going to kill the industry.
I guess.
Or do damage to the industry in the long run.
Like, the real response from your customers is them not spending money on it. So if this is making enough money to like outdo some of the other, like, it makes more money than Battlefield, apparently, the Ultimate Team thing with FIFA.
Yeah, but nobody bought Battlefield.
But the thing of it is,
loot boxes
but that's the same thing. Like,
the thing of it is like us sitting here, we all hate it, right? We all but like,
were we ever going to buy?
Who here is buying the FIFA game?
Yeah,
no one.
Well,
none of us, at least.
And that is worth. Sorry, Aaron, go ahead.
I buy one every 4 years, and I might buy one this year because...
Have fun with your loot boxes.
You buy one every 4 years because that's when the World Cup
corporate
is?
shill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's generally when I do it because I get in the mood to play a soccer game. But I don't mess around.
Why don't you play the one that came out 4 years ago?
Because, well, I mean, I probably could.
Play what's Konami's one? Pro Evo Soccer?
How often do soccer rules change?
They don't. It's just you get better
players
graphics.
change.
New players and better graphics, generally.
Just make your own players.
Well, you can. I do that also.
Just do that, and then it's like a new game every 4 years.
Or you can just buy a new game every 4 years. Anyway, my point was I don't mess around with the Ultimate Teams thing. I just play solo stuff.
Right, yeah.
And do like the league or whatever. So I don't ever bother with the multiplayer in those games because you're just going to get your ass handed to you.
Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't want to associate with the people who play multiplayer FIFA. Like, if I was playing FIFA, I wouldn't want to be involved in that community.
Yeah, not really.
So, Wolfenstein 2. Adam's been playing it.
Yeah.
And he's got some things to say about it.
So, as Rory said, I've been playing Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which was the sequel to 2014's The New Order. A game that I really enjoyed. I thought that The New Order was one of the better games. And at the time in this generation of consoles, in a sea of games that were just basically re-releases of the 7th gen stuff, it was nice to see a good, solid game come out that was worth buying. But this Wolfenstein, I don't think, is as nearly as good as the first one. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. I mean, it's a satisfactory experience, but it didn't wow me like the first one did. Mm-hmm. Part of the problem is it would absolutely is a 100% do not play this game on console. This is not one of those cases like in Call of Duty where you can play.
I told you to play it on easy, Adam.
I mean,
back when it came out.
I'm not gonna remember that.
Well, you should have.
Wait, but he's saying don't play it on console. What are you talking about? Difficult?
I'm saying that it's really you almost
aim.
need a mouse and keyboard to play this game on anything but easy mode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you need precision shots that you cannot get with a controller. Because there are some, most shooters out there, like Borderlands, as we were talking about it, that you can play Borderlands on a computer, and you can play it with a mouse and keyboard, you can play it on, and you can have the exact same, not the exact same, but you can
have a minimally worse experience with a controller.
Yeah, like you're not being degraded that much, but with this game, you absolutely need a mouse and keyboard for the precision needed, because you can blast off different parts of enemy armor, but I can't do that because I'm just attempting to spray the bullets at the enemy. The guns don't really have any kind of noticeable impact. The guns suck in this game, honestly. Some of the worst guns I've seen in a long time. Yeah,
I didn't find that, but
bad looking design,
I play with a
or
mouse
bad
and keyboard.
Just bad gunplay. I feel like the guns, when I'm shooting, I'm not shooting anything because nothing. the enemies don't seem to really react to being shot, and the audio quality is not great. Not that the audio quality is not great, but it doesn't have the same kind of impact that I'm used to with a lot of like Doom, for example.
Is it in Doom, line with the first game, or was it a problem in the first game?
I didn't notice it in the first game, so take that for what it's worth. But in Doom, which I believe is made by the same company, they're both made by id, right?
No.
Wolfenstein
is made by Machine Games.
Right, Machine Games.
Right,
Thank you.
They're under the same large-scale banner.
Yeah. But anyway, let's just compare it to Doom. When I fire the shotgun in Doom, I feel like I'm firing a weapon with a tremendous amount of weight and impact behind it. When I'm firing the shotgun in this game, I don't get nearly the same reaction. And it could just be... It is a combination of the animation, the sound, and how the enemies react to that... to the gun. Yeah. The plot is bonkers, and that's good in a lot of ways, but there's one or two things that happen in the game plot that I really don't like. But I won't get into those because they're potential spoilers. But
do you go to the moon again?
No, you don't go to the moon. And that's all I'll say about that.
Is that one of the things you don't like?
No,
part?
No. But there's something that happens in that part that I don't like.
You're like, hey, let's go to the moon, and then
all right, okay. So at some point, spoiler alert. At some point in the game, you're not fuck off. At some point in the game, you end up encountering Hitler. And you don't get to kill him. And in a game where the entire purpose of the game is to kill Nazis.
Okay, but you didn't.
Chief Nazi.
You didn't kill Hitler in the first game either.
Yeah, but you don't meet Hitler in the first game.
Okay, they're just teasing it out.
But
there's going to be another game, and I would assume you fight Mecha Hitler in the next game.
I suppose, and if that's what they're doing, fine. But that's what this. Don't introduce the biggest, meanest Nazi ever if you don't get at least a chance to get some sort of comeuppance on him.
Well. This game kind of shows that he's not the biggest, meanest Nazi.
No, but to us as the player, he is. Anyway, Rory, you can...
does that work, Rory? What? When I plug my ears with my fingers, I still hear stuff. I guess I have bad fingers.
Rory's got those
fingers.
Ear fingers.
Or really good ears.
Just other things I've noticed. There was no point in playing stealth in this game. Because the stealth sucks.
I only played stealth.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the stealth sucks because as soon as the enemy notices you, everyone in the area knows exactly where you are.
Can I say something?
And there's no way to unrecover.
Can I say something about this?
Yeah.
I haven't played the game, but I have played the first one. And I will say that one of my favorite features of the first one is how good the stealth was. And if it's not as good in the second one, I'm going to be very, very pissed off.
I thought it was every bit as good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the perk system the same?
Pretty much.
Because it's not bad, but I just found it aggravating.
Actually, I can't remember.
Maybe not aggravating, but just it kind of forced me to play in a way I didn't really want to in order to unlock stuff. So it's
okay, I know what you're saying.
It's like you wanna get this upgrade, well you gotta stealth kill 40 guys. So then I'm just like, well I guess I'll stealth kill the next 40 guys I come across. And then it kinda, instead of just like maybe going in... Oh my god, that's dumb.
Why is going through the lava fine?
Because I'm floating. It does damage your engine over time, though. But it kind of... it's like it's a run-and-gun shooter. I kind of just wanted to play it, But if you do that, then you kind of just end up with whatever upgrades you get, rather than...
But what kind of upgrade... But is it... it's been a long time. Because I played that game
It might be like... I can't remember exactly, but along the lines of like you get more ammo, or ammo does more damage, or you can sprint faster.
So it's not like stealth play is rewarded necessarily with stealth upgrades?
It is. Because you can carry more throwable knives.
Yeah, it seems sort of along those lines.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to get all the achievements like I was, you're kind of just forced into a specific play style that you probably don't really care about. And maybe that's on me. Maybe you should just, like, if you want to do stealth, then you get rewarded for doing stealth.
Adam, I can't remember the upgrade system.
I wanted to do everything, so...
So is it experience based, or is it like you do certain actions and you get a perk?
So like if you kill 5 enemies with stealth kills, you get a perk, and then if you kill 10, you get another perk.
Yeah. And it's like it's a linear game, so it's like you have a finite amount of time to do all of these things.
Yeah.
It's not an open world game where it's like, oh, okay, I'll do that later.
I will say this type of level up system would work way better in a game like Far Cry than it would in this sort of game. But I mean, I like the idea of this, but the implementation here needs a little bit of work. It's not bad, but it's I actually don't notice the perk system at all, because I'm except for a few certain areas where the game gets very frustrating, I'm able to just kind of mosey my way through on skill alone. But there have been 1 or 2 areas where I've had to bump the difficulty down just to get past that part, because it was absolutely ridiculous what the game was expecting you to do with a controller.
Also. Can you get the achievement for beating the game on insane difficulty by just replaying the last level on insane difficulty?
I don't know.
Because you could do that in the first game, and it was funny.
That's a hard mission, though, to beat on the same difficulty, nevertheless, but it's easier than beating the whole game.
All in all, not hugely positive towards the new Wolfenstein.
No, I will say, like, if you see it out there for, like, $30-$40, yeah, pick it up, especially if you're a fan of the first game, because it continues the story. And the writing is good in this game. It's very good, except for a couple times where it gets a bit bonkers, but that's the whole point of the Wolfenstein, is it's, like, kind of a bonkers take on World War II in that era. So I don't mind that at all. I'm just saying, like, your mileage may vary, but I thought that, like, because, like, you're fighting, like, robot Nazis, you know, it's like brain and jar robotic Nazis going after, you know, the Spear Longevitus and the Ark of the Covenant. Like, these are the kind of Nazis that you're fighting. You're not fighting the Nazis from, you know, from Downfall, you know, a very realistic portrayal of Nazis. And how, you know, even though we portray them as being purely evil, these are very complex humans. These are cat-killing, dog-killing, baby-killing, you know, hates everybody, you can murder them by the thousands, Nazis. These are an unrepentant SS trooper Nazis. Every single person you see wearing a swastika is the evilest son of a bitch out there, and if you kill them, you are doing the world a huge favor. So that's the kind of that's the kind of game that you're.
And the winner is Bullseye now.
That's the kind of Nazis that you're dealing with. So I'm fine with that, and the voice acting is very, very good. And I like the hub world and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And the opening of the game is really, really effective. I liked, not to spoil what happens, but there's a really cool gameplay limitation that happens in the first 2 or 3 levels, and I thought that was done really, really well.
Does anybody else want to play this?
No.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Have a goal.
So anyway, that's like, kind of my thoughts. I'm beating it, but I think I'm really close to the end. So
remember at the end,
triggers are drive and
break.
Yeah.
Is there I know it's a pod racer, but is there a handbrake?
X.
X. Okay.
It doesn't really do anything.
Remember at the end of Wolfenstein 2 when Thanos snaps his fingers and kills half the universe?
The stick and hit B.
Hold on that stick, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's coming to Fortnite.
Yeah, so what is this?
This is pod racer.
Or he is in Fortnite.
This is pod racing. Now this is pod racing.
Well, speaking about Fortnite, before we get into this story, apparently one of the end pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays is
no,
sorry, I'm mixing up 2 stories.
What?
There's a basketball player who has been suspended from the team. I forget what team he plays for because he has carpal tunnel syndrome, and a lot of people are thinking that the reason he has carpal tunnel is because he's been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, like an inordinate amount of Fortnite. And that's what's causing it. And you know, whatever on that case. I just find it funny that I go in and watch my dad watching Sports Center, and you see they're
gonna say Sportnite, Corporal Tunnel or whatever.
Corporal Tunnel.
Welcome back to Sportnite.
Anyway, so why is Thanos in Fortnite, and what does he do?
Money.
Yeah, money is the answer, by the way.
Yeah.
Does this air right for... Oh, it's because my engine is fucked.
If you hold up on the D-pad, it'll repair your engine.
So yeah, apparently he sucks or something.
Yeah, so I guess what they added Thanos to, obviously, because Infinity War came out. You gotta hold up on
But what does he do to the gameplay?
He kills half the universe?
Yeah,
that's what
we had like 3 podcasts since that movie, and you spoiled it in every single
I already spoiled it in this podcast.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're an awful human.
So I think the way it works is when you spawn in, or maybe when you die, or if you pick up something. I don't know the specifics. I'm sure people who are playing it obviously know. But it basically grants one player in that match to play as Thanos.
So kind of like a Juggernaut thing from
I guess, yeah. So then you become like the focal point of...
Jesus, the heat rating.
Oh yeah, that was in the sweater mode.
It's really hot over here too.
Yeah, it gets
like
hot
I don't know why it gets. It's like almost hotter over here than it would be on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the poop.
Maybe I think it's a mix of the fart chair and the computer.
Yeah, man, Racer's really stressing the 1080.
So Thanos, so it lets a player become Thanos?
Yeah, and they can put on the gauntlet. I think
all the 8-year-olds playing Fortnite are getting turned.
When you find the...
They're pumped. They're so excited.
They're playing so much, they're getting corporeal tendrils.
Did you say getting turned?
Yeah.
Is that a real term, or did you just fuck up?
Yeah. I guess it's like when you get pissed off, isn't there? Something like that?
You're probably thinking of Tilt.
Oh, man. I can't keep up with the kids these days.
Man, that's tits.
Yeah. Anyway, so when you find the gauntlet or however you get the gauntlet, you can put it on and you become Thanos, and that grants you.
Do you just snap your fingers and win?
Maybe.
Well, you kill half the players. I mean.
Maybe. I don't know if there's any like gameplay in finding the stones around the map or whatever. That'd be interesting.
Do you get to haul your favorite player off a cliff?
Sure, that'd be great.
To get the final stone.
You can like adopt any of the players,
and
then you control them
XX underscore dragon dick underscore XX dildo underscore. Mm-hmm. It's been fun, but off the cliff you get because I need the orange stone from Red Skull.
But you don't get it unless you actually care about them, and the game knows. It's a real cutting edge technology. Anyway, or maybe it's like you need to be friends with them for at least 6 months in order for it to work. You need to backstab one of your friends.
No.
So I think that's ultimately it. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to Fortnite. I was going to call it foreplay.
Why the fuck does Fortnite have a crossover character? That's the dumbest shit I've ever
why
heard.
Thanos?
See,
why any of this?
This is the issue that I have with this whole thing. Like, a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, cool. It's a cool Marvel tie-in. A lot of cool stuff." Marvel.
Yeah, cool tie-in for a story that doesn't exist.
We have the most popular film tied in with the most popular game right now. Yeah. But the thing is, and this is
James
like
Hetfield, so it was really appropriate.
Yeah. I guess maybe Rory has a similar opinion to me, but because we've voiced similar opinions on other games before. But if a game is willing to like sell out its own identity for like a kind of just obviously a cash in on something that's popular right now,
what the fuck is that thing on the bottom?
That's racist.
Sorry, carry on.
If it's willing to sell out its identity for just some lame tie-in,
oh my god,
it's like that game to me means nothing. Like I already didn't care about Fortnite. Yeah. If you're going to sell out, like I mean, Fortnite
doesn't it go both ways though?
Does it?
Like Marvel is just selling their soul to get their things in the game to sell more tickets?
I mean, I guess at least they're
but like it's not appearing. It's not like fucking like.
It doesn't change any.
All those like goofy looking fuckers from Fortnite are appearing in the Marvel movie. Like it happens to whoever.
What do you mean? Fortnite is canon to the MCU now.
It happens to whatever it appears in, right? That's the thing that's compromised.
Infinity War 2 was all filmed in Fortnite.
Yeah.
In terms of its impact, I totally agree with you. Like it's like
I don't think it goes both ways.
I think it's equally.
I think you turn a blind eye to those things.
No,
when it involves the MCU, you're like...
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
oh, man, I'm going to jerk
He's
off
not coming back. He's done.
It's very much in line with what Monster Hunter World did with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well,
like,
you just killed that man.
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn appearing in Monster Hunter World doesn't undo the good Horizon did. It undoes the good Monster Hunter.
People need to get out of the way.
Well, you just killed Sebulba.
Good.
Fuck him.
Yeah, really. I did everyone a favor.
So I don't think like
you don't blame Guerrilla for thinking so low of their IP that they're just selling it out to whoever.
Not really. I mean, I guess it's still selling out by definition, but it doesn't affect me as a fan.
It's definitely still selling out, but I definitely think the person who gets the worst of it is the person whose game it appears in because their product is directly impacted. It's not something the company is doing. It's something that's happening in-game action.
So, like, objectively, yes, but to me as a fan, no. Because,
as a blind fanboy.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah, I'm a blind fanboy. It doesn't affect me because the story and the characters that I'm familiar with remain unaffected. Where, like, I'm sure Marvel will eventually.
What happened there? I just died?
You didn't repair your engine, so it broke.
Oh.
I already told you, holding up on the D-pad is to repair your engines. So yeah, like, I'm sure Marvel will eventually come out with a game that has Thanos in it that is canon to the, whatever it is, the Marvel, the MGU, whatever they call it.
The MGU.
You know, they're gonna like start up a new universe for the games.
I would repair that engine.
No, I
don't need.
No need, Adam. We got it.
This is also probably the most difficult track to win at in the game, so just a heads up there.
Rainbow Road, except without all the turns.
Well, there's a shortcut that you can only take if you stay on the top of the beginning of the circuit. If you go to the bottom, then you have to take a really long route. But yeah, I'm sure Marvel will come out with a canon game that has Thanos in it, and it'll have a cool story. I mean, I'm all presuming here now. It might be absolute dog shit, but
the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
and the game tosses a coin, and if it gets heads, you live, and if it gets tails, you die.
The Infinity Coin. Oh, I'm dead.
Hey, Rory.
Can you imagine in the Marvel universe, is like after Thanos snaps his fingers, like we're just coming in all over the world, we're seeing that. It seems that every country has had its population decreased by at least 50%. We're hearing reports that this is consistent throughout all countries except for Israel, which has had its population decreased by 100%. And it's just like, what? Thanos, why? I thought you were trying to be equal.
So we had Peter Quill and Peter Parker, and we lost both.
Yeah.
So that's 100% of the Peters. You fucked up, Thanos. We're only supposed to lose 50% of the Peters.
Well, we also lost 90% of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they weren't all called Peter, though.
Yeah, but they were all part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
We were supposed to lose half of the Peters.
Hey, Andrew.
If they're going to introduce 2 new Peters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to make up for it in the next movie.
Captain Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
What do you want?
From the new Deadpool movie.
Well, he's not canon, though.
Hey,
That'd be great if... That'd be great if when he snapped his fingers, instead of dying, he just made half the cast not canon anymore.
Andrew, what do you want?
So remember a while ago I said
Patrick Boseman, what are you doing?
What do you want, Andrew?
Remember a while ago I said that nobody watches the 100?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Is it to 50 now?
Well, it turns out you were wrong. Yeah, it's canon.
Damn.
And
of course it is.
Yeah, so it was so they just started season 5. There are 3 episodes into season 5.
Lackman still
How many lesbians have they killed off?
It's a strong season so far, or it's a respectable season so far. I'll say that, with a really strong first episode.
Is Dacian Lackman still in it?
Not even no, but
no.
Like also no.
Dang it.
Like,
well,
there goes all reason to watch the 100.
And so they just
watch that one scene from Altered Carbon again.
They just
you
mean okay? That one scene, but also all the other ones.
They just renewed it for season 6, which I'm very pleased of because it's going strong on its 5th season. It's still keeping the narrative good. Me and Aaron had a discussion the other night. One of the things because I was complaining about the fact that Arrow, the problem with the way the story is told in Arrow is that it has no beginning, middle, and end. It has no sensible narrative. You get the impression that they're not actually building towards an end.
You didn't explicitly say that it didn't feel like it had a beginning, middle, and end.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, what I meant was, it doesn't feel like they're building towards an end. It feels like they're just going until someone says, "Hey guys, can you stop now?" Oh. Whereas the 100 is actually feels like
season, like even like. A season doesn't have its own story arc?
No, a season has its own story arc, but they don't seem to work off each other very well. Like, it doesn't feel like a natural progression of things. Someone else play this, yes.
No.
Okay.
And, like, at least the 100, it feels like they're building towards things and they're following and they're keeping everything nice and good. So I'm very happy that it was renewed. Basically, I just wanted to say that I was really happy that it was renewed for another season. It's deserving of it. And one of...
Jesus Christ!
What is that? It's racist on some level.
One of the things I want... So Aaron recently watched a Tekken event, and now he's the world's biggest Tekken fan.
You got it.
Really. So you watched a Tekken event, and it was your first one. That wasn't a Pixel Junkies video, right?
No, I mean... to preface, it was on the Twitch front page, and sometimes when I go on Twitch and I'm working or something... I'll just watch whatever's on the front page.
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a fighting competition. So I might have watched Twitch stuff before. I don't know what this one was, but I left it on because the presenters were out of their mind ridiculous.
Yes, they were. So what did you think, though, of the event? Now, I know you're not a big esports guy, and you think it's a little bit ridiculous.
I wasn't super listening to it. It was kind of just on in the background for the most of it. But... to me, like, I don't know, I wasn't reading the frames. I wasn't in the Matrix.
Right, yeah.
But they didn't look like particularly great players, some of them. Some of them were, and it went down to, like, the very last match and the last pixel of health.
Right, yeah.
But other ones, it was just like the dude loses 3 matches in a row.
Yeah,
and
some guy's got obliterated.
Got to pick up his massive PS4 or whatever it is and go home out of it. Which I learned after were fight sticks. I was like, why does everyone have a ginormous box in their lap? And I was like, oh yeah, it's a fighting game. It's probably a stupid-ass joystick.
Did you hear a bunch of So we're coming to you live from the.
I didn't hear that actually. I don't think they had audio on the fighter.
No, they don't.
Probably for that reason.
But the commentary makes it in a lot of ways. I think. Like Tekken for me is fun to watch anyways, but the commentators were really
like. I know it's no different than any other sporting event, but it still comes off as ridiculous when people are super serious about it.
Yeah, and
shit.
I think that's what makes it is the fact that they're not as serious.
Yeah, they were definitely a bit more lax, but they were still getting into like. There was one point where one of the guys was like, "Who do you think is going to win this fight, Steve?" And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, "Well, you got to pick one because I got to pick the other one." Why? Why do you need to pick one? Just fucking watch.
But I like Tasty Steve wouldn't. Tasty Steve is one of the commentators of Tekken, and he would not fly in a sporting event because he would talk about other shit that's unrelated.
Yeah.
To what's happening. He was like getting into the music. He was like boom, boom, boom. Like
he pulled a Jeff in the middle. So anyway, like XX Dragon is doing really well. He just did a God frame there. And then he'd be like, "You ever tell you about the time that I ended up meeting Lawrence Fishburne, at Dairy Queen in Alabama? That was really cool."
It'd be shit like that.
You should say what Jeff, because now we're just talking about a friend.
Jeff Keighley, of course.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley.
But I was watching
keep at it, Jeff.
I was watching a Tekken event once, and someone brought there was this match, a big match, and it just ended, and they were talking about it, and someone brought Tasty Steve Dairy Queen, and he was like, "We got DQ. This is crazy right now."
Yeah, when you said DQ, I thought you meant the guy disqualified.
No, he was excited about Dairy Queen. He was so hype about the Dairy Queen.
I feel like that's a ridiculous thing not to get hyped for.
Sometimes you'll hear presenters get really into it and really "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
you expect they're just sitting there saying "Oh my god," but in the back of the camera shot, you're watching the two faces of these guys fighting, and you hear Tasty Steve, whatever the hell his name is, Tasty Steve, whatever. I mean, he loves that Dairy Queen, I guess. You could see him go, "Oh my god," and literally almost fly out of his chair.
He gets into it.
You're not even on camera right now, and I can see you backflipping out of your seat.
We should get not actual, but a football commentator to come in and do it. So they're like, "Oh my god, this Dairy Queen." He's like, "And we see that the man is coming out, and he appears to have picked some sort of lady with a tiger as his opponent. I don't know what's going on, but it sure appears to be a one hell of a match." We have Pele here for some reason. One hell of a match.
They have Pele at the Tekken event.
This guy's totally cheating, man. He doesn't even have the pink thing holding his engines together.
Recently I've been watching all the MCU shows.
Right, yeah.
I finished, I'm caught up with Agents, and I've watched all the...
You're caught up with Agents?
Oh, yeah, and I've watched all the Netflix shows.
What did you think
I did see the Inhumans, and I can't wait for the new season.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Inhumans is canceled.
Is it?
What?
Surprising nobody, even if you've just seen the trailer.
I haven't watched any of it.
But have
you seen the trailer?
Yes.
The first trailer set it up for success.
Did you, Andrew, did you actually watch the MCU stuff?
God, no.
Fuck no.
Okay. I'm excited there for a second.
But
I think it's season 4, man. Oh my god.
Inhumans won't be coming back. No one. So
go back to the moon.
So I put these two things next to each other because they're hilarious. The Inhumans and so a bunch of stuff was canceled and a bunch of stuff was renewed because that it's the time for that.
Rest in peace, Agent Carter.
And
it's a decent show.
She's dead.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine was also canceled. And of course, yeah, and fans are pissed because people love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Wasn't it doing really well?
It was doing well, but I mean,
not well enough.
I guess not well enough.
How many seasons did it get? It got at least 7 seasons, didn't it?
I think 4.
Oh.
Or 5. I'll double check that.
That's plenty.
And a lot of people Brooklyn Nine-Nine is really beloved by its fans. I've seen a number of the seasons myself.
Is that an Andy Samberg fire department show or something?
It's a police department show, but kind of close actually. Andy Samberg is in it.
Do you think it'll be bought up by somebody, or will FX hold on to the rights?
A lot of people are hoping that it'll be bought out by somebody, especially because they want them to do the Arrested Development thing. I don't know the people who want that actually saw the new season.
What's the
of Arrested
difference
Development.
between...
It was awful.
So there were 5 seasons.
Fuck.
So Brooklyn Nine-Nine got 5 seasons, which is a decent run.
You die.
But like,
Couldn't see the door.
so it's not a bad comedy show, and I'm not super into comedy.
So what's the difference between Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Reno 911?
They're
Different
totally
shows?
different,
Are they
unrelated shows
Yeah, but
that both have alphanumeric names.
Yeah, I know, but they're both cop shows that are kind of funny or whatever. I just wonder if they have like similar writing style, humor. Maybe
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen like the Reno show.
There's a really, really funny moment in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, Adam's seen it. I didn't know that.
I've seen a large part. I haven't like it's to me it's like the
I'm
Office.
watching
Oh man,
live
it's a gooba fish or whatever the fuck.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah,
We're not even on Naboo right now, so I don't know why the fuck that's here.
And I feel like it's The Office where I don't actually sit down and watch it. I just watch a bunch of like episodes when they come on TV, and then I watch a bunch of clips of it on
Oh,
YouTube.
right,
So, like,
yeah.
Anyway, I was watching an episode, and Adam, the main character got shot.
Yeah, Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
And then he died, and that's it. Cancer.
No, but he just kind of got like he was having a moment where he was getting back together with his girlfriend, and he was
And she shot him?
We're actually really good together. It's like you're able to keep me on the straight and narrow. It's like yeah. By the way, what blood type am I? And she goes like, oh, you're silly, you're AB or whatever. It's like, okay, I guessed wrong. And he starts taking a thing out of his arm. He's like, Craig! And he starts taking...
Guessed wrong.
Yeah. Which I think can kill you if you get the wrong blood type.
Probably.
Don't quote me on that.
Your body'd probably be like, what in the fuck is this?
Yeah, pretty much.
What blood type is everybody here?
I have
I'm
no fucking
O-negative.
idea.
All negative?
I'm the universal
I
donor.
believe I'm A positive.
It's a somewhat rare type, if I remember correctly.
I've never known. I'll have
That's
to
great.
ask someone sometime.
That way, if I get
Well,
fucked,
Rory, if you
I'm
ever get into
dead.
a serious accident, I'll be right away to donate blood because you can use my blood because I'm a universal donor.
Right on.
No, I'll steal your blood also.
I'm not going to say my blood type because blood thieves could be watching.
Maybe.
Yeah. What are you, Brandon from Rooster Teeth?
What?
Is that what he does?
No, he won't be an organ donor because he's afraid they're going to come take his organs while he's alive.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
That's not. Even
Yeah.
really how it works.
Is it?
The thing is, though, I was making a joke. That's probably, like, super serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I know it's an irrational... It was on the podcast. It's called Touch the Rock was the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
It was an episode of the RT podcast, and it had Brandon and Tyler, and it's mostly just Tyler getting mad at Brandon. It's
You hear that,
good.
Rooster Teeth? We're calling you out. This is a podcast match
Dog
right
shit
now.
content.
Well, we've
Podcast
lost.
versus podcast.
We've lost. We just lost.
Nah, they might spend more money on their podcast, but at least we're not Brandon.
I don't lose anything to Brandon.
Sorry. I don't order grass from California for some stupid fucking reason.
Anyways, so I just wanted to mention those two things because I thought it was funny that everybody's furious about Brooklyn Nine-Nine being canceled, and of course no one gives a shit
Except for
about
the person
the Inhumans.
canceled.
Adam,
I'm furious I did this.
Adam, do you like Predator movies?
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, can you guess what
Jesus
line...
Christ, stop segueing into this. We've already...
Can you guess
so
what
wild.
movie this line is from?
Pretty Women.
There's lots of memorable lines in Predator.
There's I can think of at least 3.
Okay, give me one.
I'm gonna have me some fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have me some fun. You son of a bitch. This stuff will turn you into a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
Slackjawed
just like me.
faggots.
Are those in the Predator?
Yes.
Yeah. What are you doing,
What-
Andrew?
what are
What's
you-
going on?
I'm gonna have
If
me
it bleeds,
some fun.
we can kill it.
Yeah, just like Superman.
I was going somewhere and then I blanked.
Well, come back to us then. Restart.
Well,
Are you
anyways,
alright? Are you having a stroke?
who's seen the trailer for
The
the
Fartcast
Predator?
is
I have.
Do you smell toes?
No, that's just my farts.
Oh, yeah, it's a fart
Oh,
check.
shitty fuck.
I think the fart fumes are, like, affecting my brain.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'm pretty clear-headed over this way, actually.
So, Adam, tell us about the new Predator trailer.
The new Predator movie's coming
They're
out.
making a new Predator movie?
Yep, it's called
Oh,
The Predator. It's coming out in
I didn't know that.
September 18th, I believe.
What's it called?
14th or 18th.
It's called The Predator.
Also, it's a reboot.
Fucking listen, I
No.
just said all this.
The first one was called Predator.
I
Then
thought you were still talking about the original movie.
the second was called Predator 2, and then it was Predators, And now it's The Predator.
And then Alien vs. Predator. Can't forget about those.
Well, those two movies were
that movie
dog
was
shit.
the shit.
No, they were dog shit.
No,
they were terrible.
Was pretty good.
No, the second one was worse than the first one.
I haven't seen the second
Absolutely
one.
was. It's dog shit. A bunch of kids you don't care about, and then they nuke the city. Movie over.
Sweet.
So this one is about a bunch of kids you don't care about.
And then they nuke the city.
This movie's going to be awful. It just is. Because there's a line in the movie, in the trailer, where they said, they're making a genetic hybrid. And I don't know who's making the hybrid or for what. Whether it's the Predators making the hybrid or if it's the humans making the hybrid.
So maybe it's a continuation.
There's a hybrid, so, it's... not doing Jurassic World.
It takes place after AVP2 then.
No, what if it's a prequel,
Probably.
and this is the origin story of all Predators? Predators aren't aliens, but they're man-made creatures.
Well,
I would literally vomit.
At the end of AVP2, they found like an alien thing that had, I guess, infected a predator somehow, and basically there was an alien predator hybrid. So
that was at the end of AVP1.
Oh, was it the first one?
Yeah, and then in AVP2 they killed the Predalien, as it was called.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Remember
yes, I do.
The original names?
Never mind that.
Fucking Boris
Predator movies are cool, but as far as them being a franchise, I don't give a fuck really, because they don't do anything cool with being a franchise. It's not like there's this great universe or this great lore or anything.
Well, there is some actually really interesting lore that's explored in comics.
Yeah, but not in the films. No. They don't give a shit about it in the films. They
they were like, I was reading some stuff people were saying about the new Predator film. Like, we're really excited because this is the first Predator film to take place in a suburban environment. I'm like, wasn't AVP2 in a suburban environment?
Wasn't Predator 2?
Also, why is that exciting?
That was urban.
I'm sorry.
Does it? Why is that exciting? Oh, we're really excited. It's going to take place in the suburbs. That's not exciting. That's boring.
Well, actually it's very exciting because then you get to see the Predator tear his way through a suburb, which is exactly what I wanted to see happen to a suburb, because I hate suburbs just as much as I hate urban and rural.
You just hate humanity,
people, I guess.
What? Also, it is starring Keegan Key and Olivia Munn.
That's why you're looking up Olivia Munn.
It's Keegan Michael Key, isn't it? You can't forget the Michael.
So here's the premise.
Michael is the integral part.
A young boy accidentally triggers the Predator's return to Earth. The universe's most lethal hunters have genetically upgraded themselves with DNA from other species.
Oh, no.
Only a crew of former soldiers and a disgruntled science teacher... What?
Why is it always a team of useless people going after these things?
Well, clearly not useless.
They fucking are useless. They're always useless.
Anyway, the premise sounds awful.
They're going to be stereotypes, though.
You know, I came up with a premise for a Predator
movie. Like I said.
For a kind of a soft reboot of the franchise. You don't want to know what it was?
What?
It's about a group of soldiers in the middle
Predator.
of the Korangal Valley in Afghanistan on an outpost. In the middle of the isolated 1,000 miles from the nearest base, and all of a sudden the surrounding villagers they start getting blamed by the villagers for the disappearance of the townsfolk, and they're like, we're not doing this, and they're like, no, you're clearly killing our townspeople and you're skinning them, and this is awful, and we're gonna tell. And then there's obviously the Predator, and then
Tomahawk 2 is actually a Predator movie.
So they're instead of being picked off,
that would have been a neat twist in Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah. So instead of the Predator, instead of the Predator stalking them through the jungle, he's picking them off one by one while they're in kind of a set little area in this little fire base. I think that would be... Plus, you can get some cool stuff where instead of the Predator being right up and close, like he was in the first Predator movie in the jungle, there would be scenes where you'd be staring at kind of a vast open wilderness with valleys and kind of sparse temperate or boreal forests. And scrublands, and it would be less opportunities for the Predator to hide close to you, but he could move around much easier at distance because it's such a wide open area.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is Shane Black directing this movie?
Because Shane Black was in the first Predator movie.
Take the little reactor out of the Predator's chest.
I mean, I guess, but he hasn't directed it.
Come on.
So Shane Black is directing this new Predator movie?
I just want to emphasize a couple details that Adam's already mentioned. So Shane Black is directing it, and Keegan-Michael Key is in it. Is this just a comedy movie? Is this a joke? I'm cool if it's a joke.
Well, why would the Predators upgrade their own DNA? We already have the Super Predators from Predators.
So they can
why not bring in the Black Predators from that movie and be like, these are like the Predators, but worse? Because that's what they are!
But worse, as racist.
Worse for us, because they're technically Predators, but better.
It should be called How to Catch a...
I
mean...
How to Catch the Predator.
Robot Chicken's already done that joke, I think.
Well, fuck off, Seth Green. Get a job.
I wasn't interested, but the director and the cast have me intrigued.
Yeah, but the premise seems awful.
The director and the cast have me intrigued for another movie.
Wasn't Shane Black associated with the first Predator?
Yeah, he was in it.
He was in it.
He was Hawkins.
Yeah.
Cheesies?
But it's not...
You've said that every time.
It's not, like, nothing about someone acting in a film gives me any confidence that they can direct that film.
Is that a Newfoundland thing only? Hawkins cheesies?
I hope so. Then nobody will understand what the fuck we're talking about.
No one will understand what the fuck we're talking about anyways, but
Hawkins might not be, but cheesies is pretty local. Not like Newfoundland, but Canada. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a Canadian thing, I believe. Yeah, but...
What do you mean, cheesies?
You mean cheese snacks?
I mean, I hope it's good. I'll watch it, because it's a Predator movie.
Fuck.
It's a Predator movie directed by Shane Black. That is enough for me.
Jesus Christ.
It's a movie directed by Shane Black is enough for me. It's a Predator movie directed by Shane Black for me makes it worse.
What is this fucking
really?
thing on the bottom?
Yeah,
because Shane Black, it doesn't have the qualities in the direct. I'm not saying he won't do a good job. I just want to clarify that he might do a good job. I'm saying he wouldn't have been on my list of picks. It's like Tarantino doing the new Star Trek. Tarantino's a great director, and he has the potential to be a great Star Trek director, but he wouldn't be on my top 10 of directors to do Star Trek.
Who? Tarantino?
Tarantino,
yeah.
And the same problem with Shane Black doing the Predator
conversations are going on at the same time. Can everybody just talk to them?
No problem.
So yeah, that's my issue with this Predator film.
That's Mr.
There you go. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's good. I hope everything is good. Right? I don't want things to be bad.
Alright.
What else is going on here?
Yeah,
Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
How's it going?
Hey, Aaron.
Yep.
What game are we playing?
We already talked about that.
Did we already talk about that?
Yeah, that was the first thing we said. Was we were like, it was free.
Podcast getting you.
Oh. So are we done?
It's not free.
It did not say free.
It's not. No. It's not a free game.
Why would I?
Fuck is this?
Why did I think it was free?
That's fun saying.
Jesus Christ! Can we just hang on? Just go back to. I want to see all these characters. I want to see them all. So we got our man Ben Quatneros, MVP. We have Slide Paramita,
voiced by Tom Kane.
Is he?
Oh
no!
He's the best character.
And a bro. All right. Well,
I guess that's it.
Droid Gnome?
Yeah, that's the name of the executable for some reason. Are we done?
That's the error when you're about to pick something voiced by Tom Kane.
So, I guess to wrap this whole thing up now that we're done, because this is going to take a year to get to launch again. Racer came out on GOG last week, and it works pretty decently when you get it working. It, for some reason, crashes a lot regardless of setting, and it just kind of... You need to keep launching it until it eventually works.
So it sucks.
Well, you played for an hour without a crash.
That's terrible. That's a...
it might be.
You can play for an hour without crashing is not an endorsement.
I played longer than that without crashing.
It is for a Fallout game.
Yeah, it is.
For a 20-year-old game, it's probably Windows related or something. Or it might even be resolution related. I think if you launch it at its native resolution, it works fine, which is like 1280 max. It'll work fine. Anything higher than that, and it crashes. Well, I mean, it came out in 99, Rory. What do you want from it?
I want it to not crash.
Yeah, but
that's not too much to ask.
People weren't like 1920 by 1080 is going to be the standard.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be able to run it in its old resolution. That's a bad.
Well, obviously you can run it in 1080. It just crashes a lot. Anyway, they'll probably patch it. Maybe they've released a couple of patches for it already, which have helped some of the settings.
So, do you have to edit any INI files to get this running?
No. But you might need to click it a couple of times to get it to launch.
I mean to run in a higher resolution.
No, you can just click on the settings and say go 1080.
Oh, well then it should work.
Crash mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should work, I agree, but, I mean, what can you do with a 20-year-old game? You're lucky that it runs at all for the most part. There's a lot of games on Steam and GOG that don't work on Windows 10, which have come out a lot more recently than this, so...
I agree, and that's also very bad.
Yeah, it is bad. But anyway,
Fallout.
This game needs more content. Make a new one, please, George.
Although the Fallout crashes are more the fault of Microsoft than
true.
Than Bethesda games.
Too busy opening up my my craft ranch bar.
I'm gonna spill
you
beer
can
on
come in,
myself.
and there's 13 different types of ranch dressings that you could have, along with your salad, or if you're feeling adventurous, some breadsticks I got there as well. But you got to watch out for that because you pack on the pounds. But 13, and they're all handmade here at the Ranch, which is a rename of Skywalker Ranch. And so you come in, and it's called the Ranch.
Why is George Lucas a Newfie now?